Yeah, there you go. Even that too.
Yeah, it could have happened. And here we can see that Gifted Inters have opted into the blue side here. And yeah, look at that first pick Urgot right there. They said that is not getting through the draft this time. We have a quick look at the adaptations in terms of the bans. It looks like Phenomenal kept the exact same bans. So, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. Get rid of the Twitch, get rid of the Viego, get rid of the Nunu. They technically left the Zac up as a first pick, but it seems to have been completely foregone here, as the Lilia has been picked up for Corvin on the blue side here for Gifted Inters. A lot of priority has gone on that Urgot there. Obviously, we all saw what it did in that last game. So to keep it off instead of banning it, where they seem to have they removed the Hui this time as opposed to the Galio from PHO, and they've still kept that Mel ban and they still kept that Zeri ban. Let's have a quick look at that poll and see how the poll's doing on Twitch. Only 2 votes. People are slacking on the votes. Looks like Phenomenal is the winner of the votes though. So we'll see. We'll see how things progress. We can see a cheeky 5-man movement here though by Gifted Inters moving up into the top side of the jungle. Kind of a little conglomeration mid for the side of Phenomenal on the red side though. And geez, yeah, look, they are fishing. Are they gonna find anything though? It doesn't look like it. Several members.
Hold on a minute though. Mogjawn maybe, or Jackbuster unknowingly revealing himself to Mogjawn. So they are aware that somebody is around in their red side jungle, but a very nice deep ward there for the Gifted Inters. Yeah. I mean, it's something that doesn't happen too often. Is a 5-man movement to the top red side jungle. You know, it's often we see people meeting each other around the dragon pit. So interesting choice by the Gifted Inters as a team. Definitely, you know, trying something unconventional, which can usually catch your opponent out. But this time around, nothing came of it. I got mid as well.
It's looking, so that's the first thing we should talk about for sure, is that it is actually Jackbuster on the Urgot as opposed to Steroid Dealer. So we have the set top instead. But Urgot versus Galio sounds like it should be an Urgot favored lane, because Galio kind of, other than his Q, you know, a lot of Galio's damage. Nice hook there. Good little trade going on to the catfish there, but a lot of Galio's damage comes from his passive. It comes from the big chunky auto attack. And so he needs to move right into Urgot's space to be able to do those. And so it should allow Urgot to get a lot of free damage on him. And also, itemizing against the Urgot is not really in Galio's best interests. I mean, he can go Sunfire Cape, but it's not where he wants to go. He really wants to go like Hollow Radiance, and it looks like NOMENAL might go down here. He's got a big chunk of health, but the Ghost to try and make sure he could dodge the Q by the Tom. But everybody's just going to disperse here. One summoner spell burn, and not much else. But now Mogjawn's getting a battering, and things are looking a bit rough.
Yeah, this is looking a bit very rough. Not just a bit, but very rough for the Phenomenal team. Very good hooks coming out from Noodle Master there. Tracking out that Noodle, and it's sticking every single time. KP, who you see there, staying in a bit of hokey pokey from Jackbuster on this Urgot mid. Mogjawn as well. I mean, this top lane is going just about as I would expect it to. Sion can't really do much in the early game. You know, he's somebody that wants to scale over time. You know, every time he kills a minion, he will pick up or increase his max health thanks to the passive on his W. And, you know, you can't do much at this level since you haven't scaled, and he only has a door and shield. But hold on a second, Nocturne has turned up to possibly assist this Sion. Steroid Dealer, though, chucking out the grit, using that and forcing a flash as well. So Lucky for him. Very nice flash from Jackbuster, though, to block the Galio dash. But yeah, a flash for a flash. Very nice trade there. Making sure that the next gank will be easier next time.
Well, the next one should be fatal if you think about it. They can repeat that. I mean, Galio's E is one of the easier to block abilities, and it's his only mobility. So he literally has to throw himself back a little bit to fling himself forward. That's just the way the ability works. He just has a wind up. And so because of that, and especially because of the nature of Lilia as well, who's someone who gets a lot of movement speed, man, it looks like he's going to just die. God
Very
damn,
nicely
just
done.
Misunderstood the kill threat that Jackbuster had there with that ignite, because it wasn't abilities, it was one auto attack and an ignite that took him out. I think he thought he had TP or something, but either way, the pickaxe is being picked up for the Urgot, meaning and a longsword for his
with a longsword too,
yeah, longsword and the pickaxe. That's got to be quite a bit of AD coming in there. The hooks out of Noodle Master. What the hell?
Yeah, Noodle Master is really. I mean, the Threshers so far today have been really impressive with the consistency of landing these hooks. But we got a replay here of how exactly KP who met his end. Yeah. I mean, it was just standard ignite. KP who reacting to the ignite, walking away, but didn't anticipate the Q to come in. And then we cut back to, just as we were praising the Thresh hooks, we cut back to Noodle Master landing a hook on the minion. So you can't hit them all,
Yeah, I was gonna say it. Technically, they hit. They just didn't hit the target. It hit something.
Yes.
And here we go. Void Grubs are spawning, and you can see Corvin making his way over. Looks like Day Zero has already had it started though, and this is gonna be an interesting fight here. One gets already. And the fear is going to come up. But look at the side of Gifted Inters. They've collapsed. All three of them are here. Galio
hold on a minute.
Jump in with the ultimate. It's going to be a big skirmish here.
Hold on a minute.
It's not going to matter here, though. They get 1-for-1 KP, who is going to go down. Going to translate it into a second kill as well. So we're 2-for-2 now, and the gold is pretty much even. But if we're just thinking about the objective, I think Gifted Inters walked away with the better of that exchange. They got 2 of the grubs instead of the 1. I think honestly, if Nominal's solo laners didn't kind of collapse as they did, that could have been a much different story for them. They were able to get those 2 kills there as a consolation prize for losing the objective, as it were. Even though they did have priority on it.
Yeah, I think this was definitely a great play from the Phenomenal team. Just the communication there for the Galio ult to come in, Nocturne delaying his ult as well over the pit. Mog Drawn as well with the clutch knock up over the wall you saw there, and then using the ult onto 3 people. But hold on, in the meantime, we've got a team fight around this dragon. Vayne managing to find the first kill, and then the trade there as well for Jackbuster falling to new meta, also managing to claim the life of Day Zero. Yeah, I mean, okay, interesting fight overall, but I just want to take it back to that initial fight around the Void Grubs, where Mogjawn, facing this difficult lane against the set, managed to pick up 2 kills. That puts him, it's basically catch up for him. He's in a losing lane, or in a not losing but difficult lane to play against. He managed to secure 600 gold, which he has gone back to use, has picked up the tabbies, and this is going to make the lane far more what's the word I'm looking for? He can handle it. It's more tolerable. That's the word. What isn't tolerable is Noodle Master falling there to the feather recall from Kasperos. Very nicely done there. And you see Mogjawn here having a little scuffle with Steroid Dealer. Bot lane is definitely feeling the pains though for these guys. But hold on a minute.
Never mind, he can just hit him with a hit him with a whip of the tongue.
Very nicely
God
done
damn.
from I need to practice this name honestly. Hold on a minute though. Kasparos using the ult to avoid the thresh hook. Noodle Master flashing in, but not using anything at all, not even a flay to delay the inevitable, as that is a kill going over to Jackbuster. And Day Zero can't do much but watch as his support goes down. Meanwhile, Mogjon scrambling again with this set, trying to close the gap. I mean, he definitely has the CS advantage, so the scaling is now in his favor.
I was gonna say, if we quickly flick up the gold numbers right now, I wouldn't be surprised if he is actually ahead.
Yeah,
3-5 on 300. He's got about 400 gold lead, and that is mostly the CS lead at this point. CS plus probably 1 kill is is most of that differential. So he's set, and he's, you know, well, he's not set. He's set. Yeah,
he's saying silent. Sorry,
okay, dad jokes. Okay, dad jokes. Gotta try to come in with him. We can see. Oh, we're gonna quickly cut to a replay here of what happened in that bot lane. So I think this is the quick kill by Kasparos there, gonna make his life real easy, and then just a miscalculation, I think, by Vayne. I think they just forgot he could do that. Like, he just doesn't have damage. And Tom Kench is just a guy you can't get away with those kind of activities with. He's not one of your do nothing sports. He is a strong one, and we can see Kasparos is gonna get out of here, has to burn the flash, but it gets translated into a free kill for Jackbuster. So it's a rough time. And here we go. Corvin tried here to do the same thing that they did in that first encounter around these grubs, but this time his team isn't the one to move first. Phenomenal is the team to move first, and he gets squished. It's fucking Bambi looking ass over there. Bambi's not getting run over kind of look by the side.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's hunting season apparently for the Phenomenal team.
Yeah. It definitely was there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this bot lane here for the Phenomenal team, though, is not looking good. Yeah, this turret is suffering, man. Galio ult coming out as well with the Nocturne ult to also assist, as now the gifted INTERS bot lane is on the run. I mean, Tam tries to save Kasparos there, but unable to. Kasparos managing to find a trade, though, taking Nocturne down with them as the shutdown goes over to KP, who... So yeah, I mean, good trade overall. I guess it was a 2-for-1, but you know, I could have played that a little better, especially with 2 ults being used.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of a disjointed nature there because the Galio ult came straight down onto the Vayne. Meanwhile, the Nocturne flew straight onto the Xayah, who was then going to be running away from the Vayne, and so ergo not hit by the easy solo kill by KP right there. God damn.
I have to point out, that was really nicely done.
Cheeky in the old chat with the greedy.
That is really cheeky. But look, whenever you rarely see a Galio just use the instant taunt, you know. So for KP to calculate that it's gonna hit, you know, as soon as he dashes in, that he would be in range for that tiny range that it has. Very nicely done by KP, but yeah, let's see if they're able to translate that into results. Oh,
very close to a condemn into the hook, right? That was looking a little saucy.
That was really strange because it played the hook hit sound, but Xayah got knocked back by the condemn. So I don't know if that was just a funky interaction or maybe just probably a spectator issue. But yeah, just a bit of a misplay there. But hold on a minute, Mogjon engaging on steroid dealer here with the help of his jungler, forces the flash. And this top lane is starting to look a little better than we initially thought.
Yeah, I think the top lane right now for Phenomenal is definitely definitely a bright side here. I mean, it's a lane that looked like if you would ask me in the draft who would win that, I would argue it probably should be the set. But the set is not really achieving as much as one would like. And similarly, I think you could say the same in the mid lane here. I wouldn't say that it's a flat out win for PHO on the Galio, but he's definitely having an impact, which is more than you think he should. And you can see the fear there comes out by Nocturne, making Kasparov's life hard, but it's
that
just
damage
not
was
enough.
huge.
Yeah, honestly, if this tournament has proven anything to me, it's that Xayah's damage is nothing to be scoffed at. Between Pizzazz and now Kasparos, I swear to God, everybody's just doing crazy things with the damage.
Yeah, Xayah is definitely a very crazy champion. Very easy to underestimate as well. I feel like Kalista falls into that same bracket where a lot of that damage is not up front. It's very delayed and unexpected because of that. But in the meantime, we see here Day Zero jumping straight in to the Lilia, trying to find something to delay this dragon pickup and contest it. Corvin managing to escape with his life, but the Xayah ult coming out as well. Very nice smite and secure by the Nocturne, but will fall for it. And I'd say fairly so. PHO though, jumping in. Ooh. Wow, what a flash recall. I don't know what it's called, pulling the feathers back. Very nicely done by Kasparos there, flashing in to perfectly position and also secure the kill there on the Vayne. That was nice.
100%. That was clean, and you can see the difference here in the CS numbers as well. 114 to 64. The Vayne has been having a real hard time trying to farm up here, and it's the difference is definitely starting to grow in that bot side. If I were gifted INTERS here, I would be looking to try and push that as much as you can. We could see here Paranoia comes out, followed, layered with the Galio ultimate, but too many people just weren't in there, so it ended up not meaning anything. The Lilia flashed out, I believe, getting himself to safety, abandoning the pit, which did give them this kill, the objective. But the team is able to just wipe up whatever's left over on the kills front there, giving themselves it's only a 700 gold lead, but it is a gold lead nonetheless. So they are definitely doing something right in comparison to if you looked at this point in the last game where they had their arguably troll draft. This is night and day for the gifted INTERS. They're having a much better game on their hands, and we might have a series on our hands if they keep playing this way, especially if they play through Kasparos, who is 4-1-2 right now. He's got 60% kill participation, one of the higher CS totals on his team. He's definitely going to be the person holding the most gold right now. That's for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, most kills on the team, most CS on the team. All of that money is currently funneled straight onto Kasparos, as you said. And you look at the gold difference as well. It's not even that big, but the difference between lane counterparts is fairly obvious. Vayne, of course, is somebody that will be activated later in the game, but I do think that the gifted INTERS are doing a great job of keeping her down for now. Great hook there by Noodle Master to grab Corvin, despite the fact that the Phenomenal team did manage to secure the Herald. I thought it was gifted INTERS, but never mind that. PHO managing to find a kill onto Set as they turn their focus onto. I need to practice this. I say it every time, but I'm going down. Should we try to pronounce it? Ansbara. Oh goodness, Digatheus? I don't know. I'm not gonna say that in one go. That's like a tongue twister. It's like that train station.
So I felt like it's cheating because he told me how to say it. I've just forgotten. Yeah, not great. Where's the Herald going, by the way? Looks like Nocturne's on a little bit of a journey. Ooh. Is he trying to bring it topside?
Oh, is he drifting it back?
Man. Okay, he just did a big circle. Did a big circle around the mid lane, and it meant nothing.
Easy 50 gold for Xayah.
Picked up, yeah. And we see reported in the chat as well. Typical.
Oh dear.
Series of questionable decisions by the Nocturne there, who is 1-3-9 with one completed item. But yeah, I think, as I was saying earlier, oh god, I've already forgotten what we were talking about. What were we talking about? Oh, it doesn't really matter here.
I mean, we just had the Rift Herald fight, but you know, I took us on a tangent of Anbara. Meanwhile, making a play onto Day Zero.
His name. Rough times for Day Zero there. He gets himself killed. And KP, who's squished between 4 members, is he going to be able to get anything back for it? No. Quick shutdown there onto Kasperos. And yeah, if I was to try and pronounce his name, I'm guessing it's Ansbara the Gaithus, I think.
Ah, yeah, that sounds...
The Gaithus?
The Gaithus sounds about... Probably, it's probably Guy.
Greek. Yeah, it sounds Greek to me, and I know that it's supposed to be Welsh. But yeah, that was a rough play there for the combo of KP who and Day Zero, who both got caught out.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
Let's just quickly take stock of everybody's builds and see where people are in terms of item completion here. So we look topside. We have the most fun anyone's ever had in the top lane with 2 heart steals. So essentially, everybody just goes, oh, my cooldown, bonk. Oh, my cooldown again, bonk. That's just the play pattern, you know. Top lane right now, having fun. Everybody gaining HP and doing very little else. In the jungle, though, we have both players are sitting on about an item and a half, so I'm going to assume that Giant's belt on the side of Lilia is going to go into like a Rylai's, maybe?
Wait, do you see what's happening right now?
We got Goon squad topside, but it looks like they're not going to get anything. Is this the red side super... Are they just forfeiting the Atakan, though? We have seen many a game go awry because of the Atakan buff. So I'll be interested to see if we have that happen here.
Oh, hold on a minute.
Paranoia come out onto the step. Layer the Galio ult. Everybody's here now. Big multi-man
torn. Oh my goodness. Massive play right there. Galio absolutely coming in clutch. 4 people. The Atakan goes to the phenomenal team as well. Mogjawn is going to fall to Kasperos. And, well, I mean, the passive is currently in effect, but not able to achieve much. Vayne dying once again to his lane counterpart. And Day Zero able to close it out as that is a clean ace. Wow. Yeah, you called it, and that is exactly what happened. The Atakan constantly being started by the team that believes they're ahead, and that facade is quickly broken immediately by the other team as they catch them with their crumbled defenses thanks to the debuff that comes out from that objective. And yeah, claiming the Atakan plus 5 kills is a big deal for Phenomenal.
100%. I think if this tournament has taught me anything, is that the Atakan can be so bait. Like it can get you punished really aggressively. As we see here, 3k on the thing's HP, and it just goes badly here for the side of Gifted INTERS. Don't get me wrong, you can see Kasperos is getting to stay on the back line here, and he gets to keep himself safe, and he just attacks everyone. A little over-aggressive on the flash there. But, you know, it just didn't go well for them. You know, all 5 of them dropped. And another fight here. Kasperos dropping like a fly. 2-man going down here in the mid lane. I would like to see on a replay what happened there, but my assumption is that, you know, Paranoia is on a much shorter cooldown now that we're level 14 for the Nocturne, and so realistically, whenever it's off cooldown, he's probably looking for that Xayah just as like a heat-seeking missile, you know? She is also most of the enemy team's goal.
Yeah. We did hear on the cutback from the replay, yeah, Hook comes out, Galio engage and Nocturne engage, immediately turning their focuses to Kasperos, overextending too far there with Ansbara as well. I mean, yeah, great play from Phenomenal there, managing to realize that they are overextended, they are by themselves, and this is something that they can capitalize on. So yeah, well done.
100%. It's you know, we can see they've carved out a little bit of a gold lead for themselves here. They got about 4k gold lead, which last time we looked at gold, which wasn't that long ago, it was even. There was 700 between them. But it's looking like they've got themselves a handy little gold lead right now. And Jackbusters look to try and, you know, leave a dent here in the Scion, but I don't think he's fed enough to do it yet. And if you look at his items, he's had to go for the Unending Despair second. So he's trying to be beefy. He's not trying to be a damage threat.
Oh my goodness, Noodle Master. Oh, no flay though. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I hate to see it, but hold on a minute. Another hook. When does it end? Meanwhile, Day Zero jumps in straight onto the Desire off cooldown as expected, but doesn't manage to find the kill as PHO also uses the Galio ult to jump in, perhaps find something, make something happen. But no luck at all for the Phenomenal team as this, I mean, they seem to have the right plays and the right choices, but the tower definitely proven to be some kind of trouble for them. Meanwhile, New Meta managing to find Corvin in the jungle. Yeah, finding a solid pick. Perhaps that will bring that Vayne back into the game, you know, despite suffering from a slight deficit. But hey, in the end, they managed to secure the turret.
Yeah, I think if you're Phenomenal right now, you're kind of laughing, you know? I think that play didn't go perfectly for them. I mean, we saw obviously the
Absolutely
dive, but you know, they're the people dictating the pace of the game right now. They're the people that are saying we fight on our terms. You know, Paranoia comes out. Heroes, I think it's called Heroes Entrance comes out.
Yes,
which is
that's right.
Ultimate as well. Heroic Entrance, something like that. Either way, those two ultimates, like we said in the draft, those two ultimates layered together are a really potent combo. And they are definitely dictating the pace of this game right now. Still only a 4k gold lead, so, you know, they didn't really exacerbate their lead with the play. But they are still at least commanding that. And, you know, they're getting these objectives now. They're getting the dragon here, which, while, you know, it's not the biggest deal in the world, it's preventing Gifted Inters, who had 2 dragons already, from getting to soul point. So that's, you know, that's the main reason you take that there. And you think now you probably have to start playing around the Baron, realistically. The Baron is going to be the thing that will break the game open for either of these teams. Whoever wins the next big fight is probably going to try and do that. They're probably going to try and take it. Unlike the Atacon, though, most people do not fall for the bait of trying to take an even 50-50 Baron. So we will have to see some kind of picks come out first, I think, before we see anything actually, you know, any actual motion towards that Baron buff.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see how that dance for Baron goes. Vision currently, looking at the minimap, is only Phenomenal will have the vision advantage with a single ward that is in place, which that kind of speaks for itself. You know, not much emphasis has been put on the vision around the Baron pick quite yet, so it's not a priority for either team. Neither of them are considering it, and that's probably for the best. You know, like you said, this is despite the fact that this somewhat even, you don't want to hand that over, because that will mean losing massive amounts of lane advantage. You know, towers are going to fall, you're going to be pushed up towards your base, and nobody wants to be in that position. So yeah, that leaves us where we are.
I agree. We see another kind of cheeky fight here happening between PHO and Jackbuster. Ignite's going to come out from the Urgot. Urgot's gonna take it though. God damn. That is a 1v1 he wins every day of the week.
Oh yes. I mean, textbook play by Urgot there, you know, walk up, whittle them down, just chunk. And of course, Galio, somebody that's designed to be anti-mage, you know, with the magic shield and everything, can't really do much about it. Even with the damage reduction from the taunt, you're gonna still take damage, you know, and if you can't break Urgot's range and do what you do best, then yeah, Urgot wins that easily, especially with a 15% execute. But hold on a minute, failed hook coming out from Noodle Master, valiant attempt, and the Nocturne ult as well. to try and engage on Kasparos, but in the meantime, two members of the very nice Tom Kench ult there to save Kasparos from Vayne, and Corvin as well turning up to provide a little support. Yeah, good play.
I think if you, I was gonna say, if you're phenomenal right there, I think you're kind of happy with that play, because you got the Xayah flash without it actually costing you anything meaningful. But it doesn't matter when PHO plays like that. TP'd behind the enemy lines just to get caught out and smoked, and that might be the play that costs the team Baron here.
Yep, 100%.
Enemy team could definitely have pushed it. I mean, it looks like sets probably just cost his team the opportunity to do that. But you know, had he not been caught there, having that man advantage definitely could have been translated into a Baron there for the side of Gifted Inters. Arguably a wasted opportunity, but one thing we can say they've done is effectively reduce that gold lead. It was 4K and it is now 1K. So they have they have done significant damage to the gold lead that the enemy team had. And here we see that play come out. Again, like I said, I think a good play in theory here, because they burned the 5-minute cooldown of the Xayah flash for a 60-second cooldown on the
single-digit escape on Thresh as well.
Yeah, is a close one. But yeah, here we go. We have Leo gets caught out. They didn't realize the enemy team had vision of him TPing in, and so they all just collapsed on him. He thought he was coming in for the Flankenstein, but it turned out it was him that was getting turned inside out. And here we have another big fight here. Paranoia comes out.
Oh, very nicely played by Phenomenal there. Yeah, managing to get the shutdown on the Kasparos, and yeah. I mean, look, two members, that's the bot lane down. The main threat of Gifted Inters is gone. Vision has been established, as we saw before the replay. You know, Phenomenal were moving around to clear out Vision. That's it. That is the Baron secured uncontested for Phenomenal. And, you know, trying to make a rotation for Dragon, but I do think this Dragon is probably going to go over to the Gifted Inters as well, unless they're not able to secure it before Phenomenal team get there.
There you go. The Infernal Drake is going to go over, and that is going to be sole point here for the side of Gifted Inters. KP, looking though, who's fishing, and Paranoia is going to come out. Oh, big flash by the set's going to get that revenge kill onto the Galio, but he's going to die again for his troubles. He got a double kill here for the Vayne, they are swimming right now. They got 3 items. They're sitting on that Blade of the Ruined King. They got the Gwynsu's and they got Terminus. And they're probably sitting on a couple hundred, probably a couple thousand gold now off of the Baron plus the double kill, right? We'll see what they come back from when they base.
Yeah, so how did Galio get there? So he took the spawn. Oh, just very, very good awareness there from Galio, you know, knowing that they're probably path into escape. Great flash, yeah, you called it, I didn't even see it. Set with the clutch flash W, using that fully charged grit to, you know, to pump out maximum true damage, and it also landed straight in the middle as well. So Galio just ceased to exist, turned to stone and crumbled immediately. But hold on a minute, Day Zero once again diving straight in to Kasparos. I mean, and Ansbara doing his absolute best as Tom Kench to keep them alive, but such is the curse of playing the Demon King himself. And yeah, that's usually how it goes. You try to protect your team member, and you are the one that is suddenly the focus until they get thrown out again. The 2 members of Gifted Inters will fall there, and new meta saying, you know what, screw it. I may be not as ahead as Kasparos is, but I'm doing my part. Shoving down the mid lane, and mid inhib secured. I mean, Phenomenal are definitely very comfortable and happy right now. We just had to let it simmer a little bit. We'll get a quick replay of that. I mean, great catch overall from the Phenomenal team. Kasparos doing what he can. Muted. Yes, you were.
See, I was talking to myself. Many mistakes have been made along the way. But yeah, I was saying to myself before before I realized I was muted, is Phenomenal have done a really good job here of oh no, NOMENAL just put himself in a questionable place. And this is a questionable fight in general. Big two-man sleep by the Lilia. Gonna get Day Zero, gonna get Noodle Master. It looks like they bit off a little more than they could chew there, I think. In an attempt to try and turn NOMENAL's arguably, hyper-aggressive play. Even PHO's getting caught here, and as soon as I want to praise them, immediately we start making mistakes. And we see the BM in all chat too. That is rough times.
You love to see it. It's very nice. I mean, yeah, great. You know what? I actually don't even know how to call it. You could say great play from the gifted Inters, but this really does seem like a general misplay by the Phenomenal team. Okay, look, you managed to catch out certain members, but overall they were scattered. They're falling approaching them in single file, one by one, trying to make something happen using their abilities, but you don't have your teammates with you there. You're going in person by person, funneling yourself towards the enemy team and giving them free gold, essentially. That this is not what you want to do as Phenomenal when you have the lead.
I entirely agree. I think it looks like what happened there is you had one member of the team who's deep in enemy territory, and then when they get caught out, everybody goes, oh damn, we gotta try and make something of this, instead of just abandoning the cause because that one person was caught out. So you see Day Zero, you see PHO, you see Noodle Master, they all fly in as fast as they can to try and make something of a bad situation, and it ends up just making a worse situation. And while they still do have the gold lead here, it is negligible at 35 minutes. 2K, it's nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 2K is like a couple turrets, and that's basically it. Spread amongst well, not even a couple turrets, probably like one or two turrets to a couple turrets spread amongst the team. So it doesn't really equate to much.
It's not even an item for one player. So it's, if we look here, we can actually see it looks like Day Zero is caught, but he's going to fling himself directly. He gets himself out of trouble, but also gets himself close to the enemy here. And a big taunt here on one. And Sparrow gets locked up, hit by the knockup. Looks like Day Zero, who's only about 20% HP on the edge of this fight, is going to try and do the dragon. But it looks like it's a mess here. It's not going well for the side of Phenomenal. Day Zero gets rinsed by Jackbuster. Look at the base, though. Look at the base. Look at the base. Look at the base. They're pinging it. Oh, the Sion's TPing. Oh, no.
I didn't even see the base. Wait,
he's only got 20% HP. He's in there.
Is that you? Mog Jordan straight in there trying to do his absolute best, Johnny aka X-Peke, and it's a Sion as well. He's about to die, which means the passive is about to activate. Pops the shield, doesn't even need the passive, uses it anyway, and that is most likely game? Question mark, it is. The back door, two back doors in the same tournament. What the hell? As game 2 goes to Phenomenal. And just like that, they win the series completely out of the blue.